at Brno for the round 4. Deck leads the championship by about 3 points from Nelson and Leon. So, and Deck also comes to this race, probably the heavy favourite. Always Gami loses the front into turn 1. Deck coming in the hot favourite, but does it mean well, as we've seen, you can maybe the favourite in this race. It means absolutely nothing. So here comes
I
Joe.
mean, even yesterday, coming into the junior race, Lorenzo was deemed the favourite. He was quickest by a considerable margin, and it is actually kind of similar with Deck, I believe. But if you watched the race yesterday, you would have seen that kind of changed when it came to the actual round. So potentially we could see a change here, but.
Well, I mean, Joe, he was a favourite when it came to Austria, and he was probably going to go on to win by miles, and then he had lag problems, so it seems like just doesn't want to happen for some people. But anyway, Joe now coming to the end of Sector 2 through the chicane and fires down towards turn 10 of Kevin Schwantz.
Nice to see Amir back as well. He's not been there for a couple of rounds.
Yeah.
So Amir back. So.
Well, unfortunately, we're missing Hitstick and last week's winner Vicky. So.
Yeah.
All sorts of changes going on. Probably a bit of confusion with time changes and stuff as it's sort of coming to that time of the year where clocks are changing constantly. I think with everyone else. So anyway, Joe goes round the final corner. You also got Nelson just behind him. So Joe crosses the line to do a 50.9. Nelson crossed the line to do a 51.5.
51.5, yes.
So good opening laps for them. Gami now rising up Horsepower Hill. Gami doing pretty good job of the first 2 races. Had a bit of a blip last round with all those crashes that everyone seemed to have. But we're looking to get back inside the top 5. So out the final corner, down the straight, Gami goes 3rd.
That's not bad actually, not too far of Nelson's time, which is...
And here comes Moxie.
Nice little banker lap for him as he's going to reset the lap and pop back in the pits.
So Moxie now round the final corner. It's the curve there, that's not what we want to be doing.
No. Moxie across the line now. 4th.
2 Pramac boys.
It's a banker lap, so
5th and 6th for them. Amir on his return.
I do feel that the Pramac guys, the Ducatis, could struggle here a bit more than the other guys on the Hondas and the Yamahas, as that Ducati can't really turn, and especially in Sector 2 I feel they're going to struggle the most.
Yeah, Sector 1 I think they'll be fine. But
Sector
well,
1.
anywhere any straights anyway, they'll be fine. But anyway, we got Ras, who's now the full replacement of Monster. And on his first lap, he jumps into 4th place. So good start. Nelson, red Sector 1. Is he still shadowing Joe? No, he's shadowing Cammy, who has gone red in Sector 2. So Cammy still winless. He had pole position last week. Yeah, he did. In fact, 3 different pole positions.
Last week we had Joel Clay commentating with us. Joel isn't here with us today, but he certainly brought a lot of action to the race last week in the opening laps, which is just incredible to commentate over. So.
And here comes Cammy.
Racing voice chat there.
Round the final corner, will he go into 1st place? Yes, he does by 10th of a second. Nelson improves. Oh, I've just realised I might need to do something. But here comes Leon now around the final corner. and he jumps into 8th, and now
Oh
Deck.
no, Cammy's started his lap and Deck was coming up. I think he may have cost Deck a bit of time there, which is unfortunate. But Deck
down the
line.
straight, and he goes 2nd. Joe with 2 red sectors.
Yeah.
And Mogsy also with 3 improved sectors. Just quickly jump with Mogsy as he goes round the final 2 corners.
Yeah, the curb.
Joe's lost a bit of time in sector 3. Oh, excuse me.
And Mogsy going across the line now. And he
Jumps to
goes in
5th.
5th.
And now
There's
Joe. In theory, the Honda should be faster than the Yamaha in the last sector.
Ooh.
He's gone 2nd.
That top 3 is separated by 0.169 of a second, so
Yeah.
very, very close for the top 3, and then a huge gap down to Nelson. So there's like 2 groups of 3 kind of very close together, which is certainly crazy to see.
Nice to see that Raz is actually sporting a McDoing helmet, so
nice.
going back 22 years and more.
Yeah.
So he comes Raz now up the hill, he's improving further. Pretty sure a 2nd row start on his debut, think he'd be happy with. As now we've got red sectors for Deck and Cammy, so the 2 Yamaha guys looking to fight for that pole position spot. As Raz crosses the line and remains in 7th. And we've got Josh, who's now going around the final corner. And has lost it in the final sector. And here comes Cammy. Cammy improves his time. Cammy, he jumps to 4th. And now
Deck down to the final corner.
Oh, he's taking it a bit tight.
Oh, I think he might have lost the time there potentially. And he's
lost it. And now Mia. He crossed the line, 1,000th away from 7th place.
Wow. Leon, across now.
Improves by 6 tenths.
He does improve in time. They're both Pramac guys in 9th and 10th currently, but Josh currently on a personal best first sector, so he'll be hoping to improve the lap time he's done already, and hopefully
oh, Cammy's had a crash.
Tape slowly.
Nelson and Gammy. Oh, Mogsy improves his time, but 1,000th away from his teammate Nelson.
Wow.
So here comes Nelson now rising back up the hill through turns 11 and 12. So it seems like Cammy is the man to beat so far, but still time yet.
I've just realised Josh is repping a very, shall we say, controversial saying on the back of his leathers there.
You've only just realised?
Yeah, I've not ever gone on a third person with him before, and I've just noticed it. So
I literally noticed it.
Okay.
That was a classic testing moment when I went to that cam.
I haven't seen it yet. That's the first time I've seen it.
And Josh improves in time in that position. Here comes Joe. He improves by a 10th for second. Isn't enough to really do anything. Deck now with 2 red sectors. As Rast improves by doing the exact same lap time. So Deku's got Kami behind him, but nothing to disturb him as now he rises up the hill. Goes red in sector 3, can Dek steal pole position with just under 5 minutes to go. Doing the final sector a lot better than he did last time. And he fires the Petronas Yamaha across the line, and he jumps into first place by 1/10 of a second. Can anyone top that? Here comes Mogsy. Unable to improve. And here comes Amir. Joe goes red in sector 1, but that might just be down to horsepower, but we'll have to see. As Amir now crosses the line, he's unable to improve his lap time. Joe goes around turn 7.
Yep. A lot of guys on improved laps. Josh on a further improved lap.
Yeah, I wouldn't say sector 1's not the greatest of standout points of how they're going to improve, since it's just basically give or take a 10th here, a 10th there.
Yeah. I say personally sector 2 is the making or breaking of the lap, really, because you can really nail that. If you really can nail that sector, then and you can just try and do the same with the other ones, and you'll be able to produce a super good lap. But it's easy to lose time in that sector, definitely. Joe on 2 personal bests in the second and third, but with a red in the first, so Joe could not be too far off the times of Dek and Kami here. Joe comes round the final corner and out there and across the line, and he moves within just over a 10th of Kami and 0.2 off Dek. So the top 3 guys.
Nelson's jumped into 4th place.
Far away. Oh wow, yeah.
Josh improves his time and able to jump any positions, though, as Ras now wobbles his bike out the final corner.
Yeah.
And jumps into 5th.
Mogsy. Will he improve? Looks like he is gonna, and he does by 0.1.
But unable to move any positions.
Nope. Once again, 5th, 6th, and 7th, very close to each other. Less than a 10th separate them. So there could be some things to watch out here. There could be some battles going on. So currently, nothing really happening on track right now. Nobody on.
Everyone probably
second,
just putting their last set of tyres on, and going alpha lever to try and jump up as many positions as possible.
Yeah.
Kami currently in sector 3. Doesn't look to be an improved lap at the moment. Kami improving in sector 1. As Josh has gone down somewhere.
He can restart and have another lap, but as Mia loses the front in turn 7. He can get another lap there.
You've got about a 35-second window. So it's not looking like an improvement for Kami, but he probably will be able to sneak in one more lap. As Kami's continuing to improve through the second sector. It's currently in 6th.
Yep.
31 thousandths behind Ras. And now he fires the Yamaha out of turn 12 up horsepower hill, and he's still improving, and he's pulled out of the lap. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm gonna guess fuel. Something I can think of, but Kami's
or he's been bit respectful of the racecraft. He might have touched the green a bit, maybe, and exceeded limits too much potentially.
I believe so.
Thought it was only. Oh, I wasn't watching him at the time, so I'm just thinking that could be another reason why he pulled out.
No, he was nowhere near the green.
Oh, okay, that's very odd then. It must be fuel. No clue.
Oh, as Ras has a crash at what looks like the final corner. And Leon improving in sector 2. Looking to try and nab a position off Amir.
Mm-hmm. Leon actually the only one right now on improved sector. Everyone else on greys. So Mia coming into the final sector now. Will he be grey or what's the situation with him? And it's another grey sector for Amir.
I don't think there's to be any improvements apart from potentially Leon, who comes out the final corner and he improves, but not in a lot. But he does improve, it's not able to jump any positions, and then Amir is the final person to cross the line. And it's the qualifying.
Do you want me to read it out, or do you want to read it out?
You can do quality, I'll do race.
Okay, no problem. So the grid for the Brno race of VollGazzRacing is Get the Fallen on pole yet again, with another pole to his collection, with Cami in second position after the pole he had last week, only 0.1 off deck. Joe in third with another front row qualifying position, only 0.2 off deck. Then on the second row we've got Nelson, Ras on his debut, and Gami. Third row you've got Moxie and Amir, followed by Leon, and then rounding off today's grid is Derazabar, aka Josh, sitting in 10th. So, but to be fair, I think Leon's actually had a couple of good results in the races. Last couple of rounds. So Leon's
well, I mean,
a bit of a bad qualifying in some of the races, and then had an incredible race. So
I mean, all that
he
thing.
could replicate that today.
All it says basically qualifying is pretty much irrelevant. It's just survive the first lap and then try and be as consistent as possible.
Yeah, basically. Okay, Josh has sent me a message, Jack, saying if he is lagging really bad, just black flag him because of the connection he's got right now.
Okay. Looked fine on my screen whenever I watched it.
Yeah, he seemed fine on us as well.
So just Cami, Leon and Ras pairing their tyres and fuel and setup. Will we get a fourth different race winner?
That is the question. Because we had Ike last week, and then who was the other winners?
Deck and Nelson.
Deck and Nelson, that's it.
So you got Joe and Cami, who are probably the two favourites to win, who are yet to win a race so far.
Yep.
So here we go.
You have the pace and potential too.
Yeah. So Deck, on his second pole position of the season, looking to make the whole shot. And it's go in Brno, and Cami gets a great launch off the start and looks to be getting the whole shot into turn 1 with Ras in second place. Nelson's in third, he's gone into second. Everyone's got through quite cleanly, with Leon jumping into 5th place. So it's Cami out front, Deck in second, Nelson in third. As this is where everything gets interesting.
Oh my god, there's a Repsol on the inside. Oh my
Leon's
god,
gone down.
no. Oh no, there's
Yamaha.
carnage.
That's that Joe, I think that's Joe's gone down.
Oh, yeah, it was, sure. I saw a Repsol on the inside, but I couldn't quite see who it was.
It was Joe. So the luck is still not there for Joe at the moment. There's Cammy out in front. Whoa, Deck having a massive slide there through turn 6. Is Nelson currently in 3rd place. His teammate behind him in 4th. So apart from Leon and Joe, everyone getting a fairly clean getaway. Mugsy runs a bit wide and Ras looks to go up the inside, but Mugsy shuts the door.
Yeah.
And now Gammy will be looking to try and snatch the positions off him. As Josh has gone down at Kevin Schwantz.
What's happened?
And he's left.
Gone. I'm sure I'll get a
Gammy
message in about a minute's time.
Going to turn 11, no. And now up the hill they go. As Deck's in the slipstream of Cammy. Can he make a move into turn 13? No.
Nope.
As Ras goes quite wide for turn 13, Gammy maybe going to try and get an undercut, or maybe Amir's going to try and get an undercut. No, as Ras defends quite nicely there. Ras holding the inside line so Gammy cannot make an attack. Well, Gammy's going to turn up the inside of the Repsol Honda. And he is through, but the Honda's probably going to be able to bring that back on the horsepower. As they brake.
He goes for the move.
Gammy holds it.
God.
Holds it round the outside, braking stronger. Back at the front deck, getting so close to Cammy, had to run onto the grass there. Looks up the inside of turn 5, unable to do so. Oh no!
Oh my God!
He's hit the curb and he's been bitten. And now Amir looks to go up the inside of Ras into turn 7, unable to do so. So championship leader is down.
Deck.
So that probably will promote Nelson into the back into the championship lead as things stand. With Cammy now free of the pressure from Deck, can he march on to take his first win?
Okay, I've just had a message from Josh, and he says that he was lagging so bad that he hit Amir on his screen, and he backed out because he didn't want to cause a big mess. So, I mean, Josh, if he thinks he's experiencing it, then, you know, props to you for kind of doing I guess, in your eyes, doing the right thing, and, you know, for everybody else as well. So, hopefully we won't be having that again. Hopefully we won't be getting lag next week, and we can obviously get a good result.
Yeah. So Deck now looking to try and take Joe. I don't think Joe would be expecting this situation to be in front of Deck, especially in 7th and 8th places.
Yeah.
But the whole field's quite tightly packed from 2nd to about 6th.
Yeah, they are actually.
They're all a bit spread out, but they are close to each other.
I think from Cammy to the back of the field is about 6 seconds maybe.
Yeah, something like that. As Deck looks to make a move on Joe. No.
I saw Joe's bike go a bit funny in that corner there, so Joe could be having also connection issues currently because nobody else seems to be.
Deck's going to go up the inside of the corner he crashed previously, and he's made it through on Joe. He goes through turn 7 and he's made the move stick. As Deck now marches on to Amir in 6th place. As Moxley now is right on the back of Nelson.
Yeah.
So Moxley, who probably should have got podium in Austria, dumped it at the final corner. He was looking to avenge that podium loss by game 1 today. He's got to worry about Gammy, he's got to worry about Ras and everyone else behind him.
Yeah. Whoa. Takami kind of pulling a gap, it seems like, just very slightly, but I think over this race Deck can probably try and work his way through the field, as they're very much quite back together, so if he can keep a decent pace where he feels quite comfortable, I still think he can make his way through the field and hopefully get back on that podium, which I think he'll need for his hopes of getting another championship in VollGazz to add to his collection. Because if he does so, he'll be the 2 times VollGazz champion. So, sure be pleased if that was the case.
And also doing a nice slide there through turn 3. As Gami is now on the back of Mogsy. As Nelson probably made a mistake there, because Mugsy's gained quite a lot of time with Nelson through turn 4.
Yeah. Those LCR Hondas, 2nd and 3rd, could do a double podium. Cammy kind of almost bridging the gap to getting onto 3 seconds now.
Yeah.
There we go. He just pinged out 3 seconds there, but
yeah.
Kind of waving between 0.7 and 3 seconds currently. So
Drek has managed to bridge
very slightly.
Bridge the gap to Mir to under the 2nd barrier. As Gami looks to make a move on Mogsy but runs wide.
Yeah. I heard a bike, the sound you get when a bike is like scraping along the floor, and I kind of heard that strangely.
That was probably just someone lagging on your end.
Probably.
It's now into the final 2 corners they go. It's pretty much just a train here, just an X amount of attempts of train.
Yeah.
Czech now looks to make his move on Amir. I can't remember how far behind Cammy is in the championship. Oh, let's get up the inside of Amir into turn 1. And Amir holds him off. As Czech now looks to go around the outside of Amir into turn 3, and he's got him. But he runs a little bit wide, but that's going to help him to defend his line into turn 4. And he is through on Amir. And now he looks to go into the top 5. Is Cammy doing the business? So that's good from him. I mean, everyone really is on quite a similar pace here, so I think that's the problem. It's all one of these races we're having where no one's faster than anyone, so I suppose it's probably just going to come down to tyres and consistency at this point.
I just have a message from someone watching the stream, so I'm just sending them a message right now, so you'll have to keep an eye while I just send this out.
Deck now on the back of Ras. Probably not the sector where he's going to be able to take him as they rise up Horsepower Hill, but possibly maybe a run through sector 2, and Deck might be able to overtake Ras to get into the top 5. As Mogsy now is round the back of Nelson. He's got a right good run out the final corner, and now he goes side by side with his teammate down the straight, and he is kind of through. He's not through. Into turn 1 they go. Mogsy goes up the inside of Nelson, and he is through on his teammate. But Nelson's probably going to fight back, being Nelson. Shouldn't Sepang, he'd fight back no matter what. As he goes into turn 3, Nelson goes up the inside, Mogsy goes a bit wide, and Nelson retakes the position. As now Deck looks to make a move on Ras. No. Into turn 5 they go, Nelson taking quite a defensive line to try and hold up his teammates. He runs a bit wide, and Mogsy's going to look to go up the inside. Gary has gone extremely wide through turn 5 and has let Deck and Ras through. Gary now behind his teammate, Deck. So he'll probably be kicking himself for that, but maybe championship wise, might be easier for Deck. As now they go down the straight to Schwantz corner. Cami's already through Schwantz, so that's the kind of gap he's got. Nelson now has made a gap to Mogsy. As Gami runs quite wide through Schwantz. As Joe now is getting onto the back of Amir. And looking to make a pass on Ras. Oh no, Amir's gone down! And Joe's had nowhere to go and it's hit the back of him, and now it looks like Leon's going to drive through the pair of them and take 7th position off him. Joe's just got unbelievable luck.
Another incident.
Joe's got some unbelievable luck in this championship at the moment.
Flying about on my screen right now. Flying about.
It's absolute drama as Ras goes very wide, but Deck also goes quite wide and not able to take the tight line. As now they go down the straight, heading towards turn 3. Can Deck outbrake Ras? Or is he not? He is not close enough. Round the outside, maybe. No, it just looks like he ran a bit too wide. There it goes up the inside, and he just was not close enough to make the move. And into turn 5 they go. So hard just to try and stay. As Ras goes wide, so I'd say hard to stay consistent when you're in a train due to the slipstream. As Deck goes up the inside and Ras sits him up, and Deck takes 4th place and now looks to take the LCRs for the podium. As Gami's gone down at turn 8. I don't know how that's happened, but he's gone down. Is Leon? Leon's not close enough, or he might be actually. Leon, if he can, no, I don't think he's close enough. Despite slipstream and stuff, I don't think the Ducati will be close enough to make a move on Gami. No. As Cami is still out in front, as Joe's crashed again at Schwantz. It's an absolute nightmare for Joe. You fear this would be a bad round for him, and it's proven so. So now 4 laps remain of this race as Joe has left the session. So just absolute disaster for him. Well, Mogsy having a right twitch on through turn 1, and Deck is going to use that to his advantage and blast past him. That is contact between the two of them as Deck forces his way through at turn 3, and he is through on Mogsy. And now Deck looks to pass his one of his title rivals of Nelson. But Nelson is going to make him work for this, as he's made me work for positions before, and he makes everyone else work for the positions. So it's going to sure be an interesting 3.5 laps of this race.
Yeah, most definitely. So weirdly, this looks like the smallest amount of riders on the track that we've seen in VollGazzRacing in quite some time. With just a couple of riders not being able to make it today, and a couple having connection issues. So you know, it happens. There's always weeks where people can't make it. So, but it's nice to see that one of the riders debuting, Ras, is doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
But so far, starting 5th. There was an incident with the Repsol rider in turn 3 at the lap 1, so I didn't quite see if it was him or Joe involved in it, but I think Jack said it might have been Joe, so it will have to be kind of looked at afterwards to see the situation. But Ras, get a solid top 5 result for his debut would be a really good result for him. So with Deck now into a podium spot once again, the season 2 champion, hunting down the season 1 champion, Nelson.
Yep.
So these two guys, championship contenders as of now, with Cami, I'd say probably another championship contender.
Yeah.
Sat in 1st, but Cami's missed a couple of races, hasn't he, or missed a race?
No, he's never missed a race. He's never missed a race. He's just never been able. He just never got a podium when he should have done.
Yeah, that's true. He's had a bit of bad luck in the races that he hasn't had one. So Cammy, if he can pull off this win, I'm pretty sure this will help his championship charge in good favour for him. So, and I'm pretty sure he'll be happy with this as well, with the Italian rider.
Yeah. And now Deck is on the back of Nelson, and I think this is when defensive mode is activated, as Nelson will defend for his life to stay in front of Deck, because this could be an important point to the championship.
Just to point out one cool fact.
Oh, Mia's gone down
at the moment. One thing to point out: the top 6 in this race currently are all from different nations. We have Cammy in Italy in first, Nelson, the Dutch rider, in second, Deck, the American rider, in third, Mogsy, the Welsh rider, in fourth, Ras, the Swedish rider, in fifth, and then Cammy, the English rider, sitting in sixth at the moment. So,
and Leon is 7th, who's Austrian.
Yeah, the Austrian, 7 riders, I apologise, so the top 7 in this race are all from different nations, which is really, really cool to see.
So,
such a diverse of nationalities in the riders.
So it's penultimate lap. Cammy leads by 5.8 seconds. Nelson currently in second, with Deck right on his tail. As now we go down the straight, heading towards turn 3. Nelson, you can already see the defensive line he's taken to make sure Deck does not go through as the bikes.
Oh,
just wobbling.
My God.
And Deck looks to go up the inside at turn 4. Oh, there's contact between him and Nelson, and Deck's through into turn 5. Nelson's going. Oh my God!
Oh no!
The pair of them had contact, and Deck's gone off the track. Can't find him. He's managed. Oh no, Moxie's gone down. And Deck's managed to stay third. Ras is now 4th. I don't even know.
He's gone 5th, only lost a position.
Yeah. And well, Cammy's extended his gap now to 6.6, so he won't give one. All he cares about that he's in the lead, and he's got one more lap plus a few corners to go, and he'll be the 4th different winner.
Wow.
So Nelson looks to hold second place, with Deck a second behind.
Charging again.
I think this is going to be interesting to see if Deck can catch Nelson. It's a 1 second gap, so it's unlikely, but you never say never. It's Deck, so you can't say anything. You never know. The speed's there. Depends how Nelson does on this lap. As Amir's crashed again, this race has just gone from bad to worse, but he's still going to get points. As Deck is now already half a second behind Nelson. He's caught up half a second in one corner. Oh my God.
Amir also races in the EU Pro Championship along with Deck as well.
And Cammy.
So...
well, Cammy used to.
And Cammy. Cammy used to, but at the moment Deck and Amir both do race in the Pro category of EU. So those two are used to racing each other on once a week, I believe. So even when the races are held. So
can Deck? I mean, he's crashed again.
A disaster for him.
Deck's getting closer and closer.
He's rage quit. He's gone.
Deck's getting closer and closer, but time's running out. Where's Cammy? He's now going through Schwantz. All is good for him.
Will Deck be close enough to go for a move in one of the final corners?
Well, it was a very similar situation last time when we were at this track. That Deck was catching Nelson, but then he ran out of time. It could be deja vu once again, but I'm pretty sure Deck's going to go for it. Wouldn't be surprised if he did. But Cammy...
He's got to go for it.
So Cammy goes around the final corner.
Oh, he's pushing.
And Cami wins in Brunel. And it looks like Nelson is going to hold off Deck for second place, with Deck finishing in third.
Yep.
Ras on his debut gets fourth. Mogsy is just about going to hold off Gami for sixth place. And Leon will finish in seventh.
Yeah.
So Cami's the fourth different winner of this season, so a lot of diversity in this championship so far. Nelson in second, getting back to his consistent ways and closing in on Deck in the championship. Deck in third, who will probably still have the championship lead, manages to make a good comeback to finish in third. Ras on his debut in fourth, so that's a good job from him. Mogsy in fifth, he could have picked up a lot the pieces from Nelson and Deck's stuff, but had a fall.
Yeah.
The Gami in sixth, similar situation, because he had a couple of falls, or maybe just one, and then Leon in seventh, who got caught up in an incident on the first lap, so he gets seventh, but still got some good, decent points with Amir, Joe, and Josh not being able to finish.
Bro, to be honest, I had nowhere to go, bro. I just, I was just like, let's hope, just turn, let's hope.
God.
Because like, you came in, and I was like, oh shit, he's gonna overtake me. But you were like getting ready to like get on the racing line, you know. So I was like, oh no, that's grass, and I was like, okay, just turn, just turn, and then that happened.
How do you want to do the interviews, Jack?
Don't mind.
I mean, if you want to, I can just do second place.
Yeah, okay.
And you can do third and first if you want to. I don't mind what we do, it's up to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. We're just waiting for Deck.
Cami.
Cammy. Yeah, I mean...
Oh damn, that was straight annihilation.
I don't know whether Cami's coming. I don't think he's coming, guys. And Nelson, do you want to do the third and second place interviews now?
Sure.
And then if he doesn't join, then we can just, it's up to you whether you want to wait even longer for him or not.
No,
But it's up to you whether we want to start. If we just want to start, no, it's up to you.
Yeah, let's start.
Okay. So, Deck. Are you here?
Sorry, I got a headache from that assassination shot I took from Nelson.
Okay. So you got pole position and you're in second place behind Cami, and it seemed like you're probably eyeing him up for an overtake, or you were right behind him anyway. Then you made a little mistake, you hit the curb at turn 6 and you went down. You made your way through the field quite nicely. Then you came across Nelson, and he defended very hard, as you probably expected, and it came to a collision at turn 5. But you were still able to walk away with a podium, so how was the race?
The race went alright. It was unfortunate that I crashed. I think I was just trying not to hit Kami and just clip turn 6, but you know, it's a tough turn for two people to go through. But overall, the race was good. You know, other than that shot I took, but I mean, I enjoyed it. It was a good race.
Yeah, thank you.
Somebody gonna do Nelson?
Or are you guys just gonna...
Yeah. So, Nelson, P2, another podium for you. I don't know what the championship's like at the moment, but you did a good result. Another good result for your racing, so just tell us how the race went for you.
Yeah, it was an okay race. In the practice sessions, I felt a bit more comfortable in the race, but this race was not that bad. I tried just to maintain the podium places, and once that crashed in front of me, I just gained a bit confidence and just tried to keep my pace up. Had a little battle with my teammate, overtook him again and put in a decent gap. Then Deck caught up and some contact happened, and that was just straight annihilation from my point. So sorry to Deck, but it's all good for the championship. I think I will extend it now a bit, or no extend it, but I will still remain the championship lead. So yeah, Jack, you're just wrong. I'm the championship leader. Thank you. So yeah, that's all good.
Okay, fair enough. A nice bit of ending to that interview there. So, well done for still leading the championship, and hopefully you'll be able to lead the championship at the end of next race
sorry,
as well.
I do
so
apologise.
well
my brain has. I thought those decks when he managed to leapfrog you, but I forgot about. Yeah, I've mistaken there. I do apologise for getting that wrong the whole time. But yes, well done for keeping your championship lead alive and extending it.
Thanks.
and I don't believe the leader is coming, is he?
Nope.
The winner, I apologise. The winner is not turning up, unfortunately.
So
he's already probably flying off to the next round.
So we'll see you guys tomorrow for Moto2s at I can't remember where it is. Saxon Ring, and then next week the races are at Silverstone, so that'll be interesting.